Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Eric M. Lang and Jared Miller from CMON Limited, looking at The Godfather, Corleone's Empire. Now has an official subtitle.
Yep.
We talked to you last year at the GAMA Trade Show.
That's right.
When you had a very rough version of the game, and now this is nearing
Much
completion.
Yes.
Out in July.
July 28th, and then CMON Play stores will have it 2 weeks early on July 14th.
Okay, that's right, which is a good technique to get stores to have it early.
Exactly, yeah. It won't be available online. It will only be available at those specific brick and mortar stores.
Okay. So as we mentioned, I don't know how we cut this video here, but Jared was just mentioning beforehand about throwing people in the Hudson. That's one small aspect of the game. I don't know if you can give a general overview of what we were trying to do here.
In the river.
What we were trying to do here. Why am I laughing about that? That is horrible. Why would you do that?
He's sleeping with the fishes.
Well, it's business.
He had a good life.
It's business.
That's right. All right. You can give an overview here. What are we doing as part of the Godfather?
Godfather, Corleone's Empire is this is the big box strategy Godfather game, and it's my love letter to one of my favorite movies of all time. It is based on the first movie. In 4 acts, Mr. Corleone will walk us down 4 acts of play. In each of those acts, you guys are playing other families that are trying to run a good, honest business of shaking down businesses for illegal goods, to complete jobs, using your family members to shake down regions to get even more stuff. Little fishes.
That's right. Some accidents happen.
Right, absolutely. Now the thing is, the key to this game, of course, is money. So you are a mob boss, but what you want is money. Everything boils down to money. And at the end of the game, after Act 4, when Don Corleone does his... I mean, come on. Right? 35 years, man. Whoever has the most money wins. Now, the thing is, it's a hard life being a mob boss. And you have to actually launder your money because there's no good in your hand. All these things are cards and are all going to funnel into your hand. But you actually have to get cards into your suitcase using these laundering actions.
Okay.
And all bills are exact change. You can only take exactly what it tells you. You can only put 1 bill at a time, as it says. So, for example, I go here, I can suitcase 1 bill, show everybody else my $5 bill, and I put it in my suitcase. Only money that's in your suitcase counts at the end of the game. No matter how much you've got in your hand, it's useless. Now, in addition, at the end of every act, the Don, Mr. Corleone, actually demands a tribute. So once you've done all your stuff, all the cards that you've got in your hand, you have to discard down to a hand size. So, for example, in the first round, it's 5. So if I picked up all these cool legal goods, I did all my jobs, I got all my money, but I didn't launder it, I'm going to have a mitt full of stuff that I got to get rid of and send off to Mr. Corleone. So it's about it's funny, but it's kind of an economic engine game with murder.
Yep.
That's mob life.
Yep.
Okay.
Thug placement. That's right.
Thug placement. All right.
The other couple key features here is that in addition to the thug placement, where you put your guys down to grab stuff, in addition to that, you're also playing a light turf control game. So after everybody's been placed, if anybody has clear advantage in any one of these regions, so the blue player in this particular case, let's give him a little more advantage here. He actually has 2 influence in Midtown. No, he only has 1, so he has a clear advantage. So he's actually going to take control of Midtown, the turf. Put a little token there. At the end of the game, you will get a bonus for every. In future rounds, anybody who gets control of that will put theirs on top.
Right.
At the end of the game, whoever has the most control tokens, whoever controlled the turf the longest, will get a $5 bonus at the end of the game, which is a lot.
Yes.
And ties go to whoever got it last. Right.
Okay.
In addition, in future rounds, whoever's currently controlling the turf, they share bonuses for all businesses shaken down by thugs. So, the purple player comes into the gun dealership. He's going to get a gun. And the blue player is also going to get in. Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business with you, right? So that's that. So that's how the turf war goes. And then finally, last little feature is these allies. There's these really cool ally cards, like the police chief, the mayor, tax advisor. It looks like such a jerk. All the original art by Karl Kopinski, who's amazing. I can't say enough about him. I love Karl Kopinski. I've been working on him with him since the others. He did a lot of the heroes and the others. Freaking amazing artist. There are fewer number of fewer number of allies here than there are players.
Right.
And what you're doing is you have to bid money from your suitcase in order to get the advisor you want, the pick order. So that's why the suitcase. So everybody's gonna like simultaneously bid however much money they want to get. You lose it all, and then once you're done, boop. The winner, whoever plays the most, is going to get the first pick, and of course they're not all balanced.
Right.
So maybe I'm going to choose the mayor. This is a permanent card. It goes into my hand. It uses up a slot in my hand, but it gives me a cool power that I get to use forever for the rest of the game as an action. So, for example, the mayor I get to use.
He's right here.
He's right there.
Yep.
He's a neutral guy that works like a family member, and I can move him anywhere I want and immediately take the shakedown benefits of that.
I think what's kind of interesting is we kind of mentioned these thugs and we alluded to these guys, but the family members are the ones on the round bases that actually exert that control over greater zones.
So exactly right. So like
yeah.
you place, if you place this family member, you actually shake down the back end
yeah.
of every building, of every business that in the regions that he's touching.
Yeah.
So they're very powerful, but the earlier you put them down, the more of a target they become.
Yep.
River for you, sir. So that's that. And so, of course, you lose that. Any player that's left out of the bidding who didn't get a character, they don't get a character, but they get their money back.
Right.
And then ours would just go away.
The rest goes away, and that's it.
All right.
The game goes over 4 acts. There's a new feature of the game unlocked in every act, so of course it grows. And they're actually, the acts are modeled after the events of the movie. So, like, for example, Act 2 is when they mobilize against the Turk, and they have to call their wartime consigliere into play, so they get an extra family member. More businesses come in, and the betrayal at the end. And
So also, just really quick, because the jobs
Yeah.
actually really make things very interesting, because Eric was talking about the gun dealer, he got that gun. Well, those guns are actually used, are resources. There's other ones, there's like booze, blood money.
it's a family game.
Exactly. And in this case, so there's a job called drive-by shooting, so you actually pay 2 of your gun resources to do this job. And in this one, you gun down one figure from up to 2 different places. So I can, and then
Into the
that's
river
where
they
they
go.
go in the Hudson, and you also get 2 $2 bills cards for that job. So those jobs really kind of can throw a wrench in your plans or kind of help you out.
And they also set your strategy, right?
They do,
Because
yeah.
every type of job has a different flavor to it. So if you see people taking guns, you know there's going to be murder. Or this is actually a little bit more based on extortion and manipulating the suitcases. The money is by muscling people in, muscling people
Yeah.
out. And they're all events from the movies.
Exactly.
There's, of course, the card that guns on one person is called Leave the Cannoli, of course.
So you
I know,
spoiled,
sorry.
you
We
spoiled
can't
it
be
for him.
friends
I have to
anymore.
end this.
So actually, and
I was
this
trying to
is-
hold out on that.
This is the great part, though. So as much as this, like, if you have seen The Godfather, you get the feeling of the movie from the game. You get
Right.
that feeling. But if you've never seen the movie, the game itself,
Then you have
it
to
doesn't
leave.
rely on that, right?
Right.
You still have a very solid, fun game experience. So that's kind of the beauty, I think, of the design that Eric brought to it, is that, as you said, is that love letter that fans can appreciate. But at its core, it's just a good game. Like,
All right.
and I know I'm supposed to say that, but like, playing this game is tons of fun.
All right. So we got an overview here of the Godfather love letter.
Yes.
That-
Well,
I think that's what Jared said.
no, I did not. I said it's
Gotcha.
a love letter. That's it. Interview's
That's
over.
right. You were fired.
And thank you everybody for
Okay.
watching. Sarah will take some time to answer your questions.
We established
Oh,
earlier in this. I don't
sorry.
really watch movies.
It's a 2 to 5 player game, and
Yes.
we've been working on this for over a year. We really polished it up. It works well at 2, 3, 4, and 5 player counts. Like, I feel like I'm saying I'm Eric Lang, and you have my word on that. But that's what.
All right, it's the Eric Lang seal of approval.
That's right.